Well, if you're going to break a bad habit, that could range from spending all day reliving a traumatic memory, or could be being terrified of stepping outside your front door. There are obsessive compulsive people that open and close a drawer 55 times and then wonder whether it was enough and do it over again. All of these are learned behaviors and neurocortical pathways. Even though there are millions and billions of them, there are literally as many neurons in your brain as there are stars in the galaxy. And each one is talking to 10 to 100 others. So the number of possible combinations is literally infinite. But be it ever so microscopic, it does it by size. Now, when we learn things, and early on in my career, I discovered that when people had repetitive thought patterns, that when you run them backwards, they don't run automatically so much. And I started at that time asking neurologists, how do you explain that? And that's when they began to explain to me things about how neurology worked more at the mechanical, chemical, and electrical and magnetic level. And when they did that, it began to make sense, because a lot of the techniques that we developed by sheer chance, by trying things that other people hadn't tried. Most of my clients were brought to me by either doctors, psychologists, or psychiatrists, primarily psychiatrists, who just kept doing the same thing with people and getting frustrated that they weren't getting anywhere. And so they would try something new, they'd bring them to my office, and typically they'd say to me, can you hypnotize this person and get them to stop doing this or start doing this? So shy people don't talk to people, and phobics, don't go up the elevator. My job was to get it so they could. And not only so that they could, that they would want to. Because most of the time when people have fears, if I in a seminar tell somebody in 5 days I'm going to bring in spiders, somebody in the audience will scream and run out of the room now. And there are no spiders. So the fear isn't in the spider. The fear is in thinking about the spider. And if you change the way you think, it changes the way you feel, and therefore it will change what you're actually capable of doing.